Well, well, well. Welcome to a new format of video on this channel. We're going to keep it pretty casual, just kind of some easier stuff to make to fill in the gaps in between big projects. But we're still going to give you the eternal content that I want to make. And it's going to include a little bit of deck discussion here, a little bit of matches there, and I'm going to throw in a couple of things that I might think of along the way. I'm going to keep it short for this episode, simply because I want to get this out on time, or out pretty quickly. So, what we've got here for you today is a new deck I kind of slapped together based upon this new card, Talk the Alarming. Revenge Contract 2 gives you Clockroaches +1/+1. Each Clockroach in your hand, deck, and void gets +1/+1. I don't know how you sign a contract with a Clockroach. Do they just scratch their initials with the little pincer things? I don't know. But it's a pretty sweet card. It's a pretty interesting card because it might be the one thing that brings back Clockroaches, because it works actually pretty well with Epoch Infestation, the big card that didn't bring back Clockroaches, like at all. Mostly because it just couldn't attack or defend anything until you give it 2 spells of Clockroaches, and you couldn't do that consistently. But now, something with Revenge is much more likely to be able to pop out now that we've got 2 Clockroaches with Revenge rather than just 1. And that really helps, because this guy's Surge moves them up in the deck. I've also got a bunch of Clockroach-based things here. I put in Glasshopper because I want this to be maximum Clockroach, but there aren't any cards with Pledge that I want to put in here. I don't know why they tied this to Pledge. I mean, I know why, because this came out in the same set that Pledge was really emphasized, but yeah, tying this to Pledge really didn't help its Clockroach strategy. I've also got Maskmaker in here to make it a Clockroach and to give my Clockroaches more power. Same thing with Makar's Quiver. All these Clockroaches I have here are single faction, so they're going to help out a lot. Going with straight Xenon, because I don't want to fiddle around with Primal just yet, to give them a bunch of abilities with Crown of Possibilities. Where are ya? This is usually the strategy, because since these Clockroaches have Echo, they get 2. Well, or at least one of them gets 1 and one of them gets the other. Still, though, and also this has the possibility of giving them Destiny, which you also get 2 tries at that. So yeah. This is the star card of this deck, it always has been, and we've got a bunch of stuff to draw it back from the graveyard as well. I'm splitting my initial early game removal between Defile and Sinister Rumors, because I don't know which is going to be more important in this deck. Is it more important to really get some small stuff out of the way, or is it more important late game to have some stuff where you can draw into it? I don't know. Sinister Rumors is much worse of a removal than Defile is, but it's also half a Dark Return. So, yeah, gonna experiment with that today. Xenon Augury to get these guys out of my deck when I'm low on stuff, and also want this thing to go off. 3 of these because I don't have 4, and also I might not need 4 actually, because I'm splitting it between this guy who can't really attack with anything yet, and Ruse Warbeast, which just brings another Clockroach back into the deck. Basically, giving it more revenge. So yeah, I'm wondering how this is going to work out, because this deck, usually, the ways I've tried it before, it completely dies to... it gets completely hosed by... it gets completely annihilated by Turn to Seed. And since Turn to Seed has been nerfed, and also is kind of out of the meta, or at least as far as I'm aware, this deck might be able to come back. Maybe, we'll see. Ooh boy, it's going to be lovely seeing these annoying little critters hit the board again, on my side this time. Because I was never able to get them to work quite right before, but I certainly saw them enough on the other side of the board. But yeah, and if Turn to Seed ever comes back, then that means Sling of the Chi will come back, and nobody wants that to happen, so I'm pretty sure that this isn't going to cause any problems with Turn to Seed. That's the only card I'm really afraid of here. So yeah, let's try it out. Let's see. Yes, per good hand here. This isn't going to go off, but I don't think I need it to. Not gonna do any stuff until turn 2. Yeah, we're keeping this. Oh, it is gonna go off. Yeah, I keep forgetting how Echo works. May fortune smile on us both. Oh, thank you, Traveler. I didn't put thank you in here. This takes long. I need to put thank you back in. Okay, Harbinger Bite to start off. Interesting. Well, let's see what you got in your hand, buddy. Equalize Harsh Rule. Ugh. Oil. Which am I more afraid of? I can see where this deck is going. It's going to be the Decrow's Reach one. Let's make you work for it. Let's make you sweat. And I'm going to turn that into power. Just going to start flooding the board, I think, to really try and force them to have this this equalize here. Ooh. Let's think. Contract 2 means I go up 5, which might go down to 4, so yeah, this one's probably better to start off with. Contract calculations are very intense. Yep, here we go. Ooh, I think they're going to start regretting this. Let's give this the contract. Yeah, buddy. I'm liking this card already. Although, they're gonna keep their hand pretty low, aren't they, due to equalize? But I can just, I mean, anything I throw away, I can just bring back with Dark Return, can't I? Yeah, I don't know how this is going to go. Yeah, let's get some Shadow Influence there. Just throw down more Clockroaches. Got enough gas in my hand that I'm not really worrying much about sweeps. Plus, if they sweep this, 2 revenge triggers go off, and with all the drawing going on, that means they just come back more easily. Yep, that's how that works. Ooh, I kind of want to... Yeah, I don't want another Clockroach. Or actually, I probably did want that on top. Simply because it's not an Echo Clockroach. Because Equalize is really going to hurt me here. Let's see. How many cards can they play before Equalize? 1 at most, I think. 2, maybe. Because I know they've got their Equalize, and I know they're fixing on using it. So I just get rid of all of this. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That doesn't affect my hand. Why did I think it did? But Transpose, what can they pull out for Transpose? Oh, well, here we go. Everything goes away, and now I have to... I'm gonna throw this one back, this one, and probably that one as well. I mean, I have to... that one as well. Yeah. Let's get some more Clockroaches out. That was in the wrong order, but whatever. It's scary. you're in trouble now. You're gonna have to basically put all your sweeps out. Because I'm just gonna keep getting stuff. In fact, I've got an exploit here, don't I? And I'll turn this into a card because everything's getting drawn. Ooh, Moxie, I like that. Let's see what you got here. This might just be a concede. Maul, I don't want that. Kill all units and give them void bound, I don't want that either. Well, since I don't want to be taking 20 damage, I guess I have to get rid of them all, don't I? Yep, the one ring to rule them all. And now, what do? I could play 2 more Cockroaches, but those all get sniped. I don't want Warlock's Brew. I think instead I'm gonna give something Revenge. And I'm gonna give one of my Echo cards Revenge, and the biggest one. Yep, there we go. Hopefully they didn't draw them all, otherwise I'm just instantly dead. Here's an interesting deck strategy, though. Finishing on Maul rather than anything else. Oh, there they go. Yeesh. Let's think. Do I want to give my Clockroaches +1/+1? You'd be taking 2 debt. No. I don't think I will. Let's scout this. Oh, I should have... Yeah. I should have played Ghost Form. Oh well. I think I actually... Well, I'm preparing for sweeps this turn, so I think I want to... Because if something with Destiny comes out... Here we go. Because if this sweeps, right, then I get to... this goes up to 16. Decro's Ruin, here we go. Yeesh. Well, let's... I have to get rid of half of Caiaphas. Man. Ah, man. Man. Well, this would... I only draw 1 card, right? Yeah. Revenge. Draw a unit from your void. Each copy of a... Ooh! I might actually have to play that. Yeah. Now, what do I pick? Everything that leads to my ultimate demise, so... yeah, it has to be Wrath of Caiaphas. There. And another Clockroach for safekeeping. I think that's it. Because if this is allowed to attack, which it won't be because there's cowardice here. So, all your Caiaphases are gone. You only had 1 Maul. relic removal. I'll have to pack that in here somewhere. Ugh. Well, I'm safe from having a bunch of cards in hand. I want to put stuff in the deck that has Destiny. If that comes out and has Revenge, can I just attack with that? I wonder. I think I will... Yeah, I will put this out and contract this. So they have to sweep this. Let's think. How many of those do they have? 3, which means I take 3 damage. They did that in the wrong order. Or did they? Ah! Wait, I take 6 damage. Okay. 8 damage. Come on, come on. Okay. Let's think. This will go off before this does. So... Or does it? Hold on. Does anything have Destiny in here that doesn't have... No. Doesn't have Voidbound. I think I have to take a risk, and, well, that's bad. That did... Okay. That does work the way I thought it did. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to be enough. Yep. Okay. Relic removal time! I put this in here because I didn't want any flying things to happen. Although this didn't happen... this didn't have nearly as much of an effect last game as I thought it would, so I think I'm gonna replace that with some relic removal. Let me... Well... do I want to just specifically spite that? I'll put that in there. Relic. Because... Flying. I hate the fact that Banish is basically an auto pick, but discards a relic of your choice from the hand. No. I really don't want Decro's Ruin to happen again, but Banish is just so much more versatile. Yeah. We put in Banish. Well, at least I have something to put down after my 2. I am not going to do the 3rd mode. This didn't even work last game. I mean, it kind of did. It got rid of all their bombs, but they just whittled me down through chip damage, basically. Well, that was a game. Let's go for something better. Am I keeping this? It's got 3 power. Can use Banish. Got 2 Clockroaches. I always get 2 because, you know, Clockroach. But, yeah. You know, there's 1 more power than necessary, but, you know, it's got gas, it's got moves. May fortune smile on us both. We're all good. I just have to hope, you know, nothing happens turn 1 or 2. And with an inconsistent deck like that, probably not. There we go. Although, should I have held on to that? It would have been a 2-2. Can serve as a chump blocker. I don't know. I'm just gonna ram this into that. Because now it will be a 2-2. Or whatever. Yeah. Discard a card. Create and draw secret pages. Okay. Well, obviously, this goes first, because that unlocks that one. I ram this into there, deliberately killing it. So that this can happen afterwards. Could I have won that last game if I had this instead of my other one? It would certainly alleviate the Decro's ruin from the equation, but they did have 3. 3 out of their 4. Tough call, tough call. Also, do I want to make this? Well, I want to make this into a turn 5 play, don't I? Eventually. Because, you know, after turn 5, it's pretty easy to get 2 Clockroaches out on the field. I still have yet to see whether 1 Clockroach and 1 spell will be enough for this guy. But, or girl, or whatever robots identify as. Can't play more than 1 spell each turn. Well, that answers that question, I guess. Let's just give this one some lifesteal. And let's see if he blocks that. Because I'd rather this trade happen. Always give your opponent the chance to mess up. No? Okay. Oh well. Oh, banish on that would be sad times. Do I want to push some damage through, or do I want more board control? I think the answer is pretty clear in this deck. Gonna attack with these 2, because I don't really care whether I take 2 chip damage. Offer up the trade again, and this will get blocked by the 4. Oh, I should have... I'm an idiot! I should have put... Did I put this down before I threw out the power? Yeah. Dang it. I could have taken advantage of this surge, but whatever. There's a lot of cheap spells in this deck, I'm just realizing. There he goes. I don't want that on the board anymore. But are they going to put out something worse? No, because I've seen this get huge amounts of stuff before. And I don't have anything to do that common cause with. So instead, I'm just gonna make everything +1/+1. Yep. This guy is a big helper. I don't know how a Clockroach becomes a hero either, but there's been weirder heroes. So let's think. 4 into 5, so I'm not going to be able to bring back Epoch Infestation yet. I wouldn't be able to even if Arcane Restraint wasn't here. What's happening? Bring back the camel, okay. Interesting move. Ooh, yes. Yes, please. You came out at just the right time. Yoink! And then everything gets plussed. I haven't found much use in tribal decks for Roos, because anything that isn't a beast. With tactical expertise, it's not the worst card in the world to play here. But still, if you don't chump block, you're going to be getting some pretty hefty damage. I think people sleep on tactical expertise, because it saved my bacon quite a few times. Yeah, jump block with one, so then you can put the exalted weapon on the other. Yeah, because Roost doesn't really do much unless you either have a bunch of board already, which in this deck you usually do, or the thing you're throwing back is a beast, in which case it gets the stuff, and it can also throw itself back, which is nice. Usually whatever it throws back is just stuck in the deck forever, though. Because, like, it doesn't put it in the top 10 of your deck. It just puts it in your deck. So it could literally be at the very bottom. And I guess the possibility exists that you could use it on your opponent's grave if you really needed something out of that grave, but it's not likely. Just because if you're using this, you're probably focusing more on your own units. And you know, 5, 6, or 5, average stats, pretty average cost margin, but it's just, it doesn't explode like other things in this cost range do. Unless you're in this deck. You chose the right one. You didn't do the one with revenge, even though it's shiny. Yoink, yoink, yoink. Not even gonna bother, like, drawing first, because I really want them to think I have some kind of combat skill. Shouldn't have done that. And I think I'm leaving this in case I need to Dark Return something. Or, like, one of these guys. Because, like, they're dead unless something else happens. Yeah. 9, 5. Put out a unit or get rid of my stuff. Well, that'll save them, but how much? Should I put out the other Clockroach? I mean, they're gonna have to chump block this entire array anyway, so they're dead next turn, unless something wacky happens. Do I commit to a board here? Let's think. Another unit will go 9. Yeah, let's throw this out here. A sweep would be bad for me, but I can just put out this Sandstorm Titan anyway. And you know, if sweep does happen, then 2 more Clockroaches are mine. Yep, there we go. I like your style. That's what I usually say to players, that I like the cut of their jib. It's usually new players that that happens with. I'm liking what this deck is cooking up. I will think about it more in the future. I really want to see something pop off. So hey, if you want to as well, then stay tuned.